coming up at this late hour?
Yes, it seems the bridge is out. The car is moving down. Yes, I'm Claire Smith, and this is Mary Brown. And we do hope you can put us up for tonight. Yes, I don't know what we'll do if you can't.
We don't have room enough for us. Where will we put you?
Oswald! Of course we can pick you up.
I'll put him in your own family's room. I don't think he'll be needing it tonight. I don't think he'll mind.
Come on, we'll show you up. Do you think you can find me a corner somewhere? I need to get these wet clothes to dry.
Of course, dear, the more the merrier.
I can see this is going to be a long night. I'm going to fix a sandwich.
I'll join you. I'm starved.
Come on, Marie. With the bridge out, I guess we won't be leaving either.
I'm Benjamin Yuletail. I live next door. I'd be happy to pick you up for the night. It seems they're a bit short on space here.
Thanks, old man. But I think I'd rather save Rebecca. She may need me tonight.
Oh, Ben, you stay too. I feel so much better knowing you were here.
Gosh, Madeline, if you feel that way, I'd be glad to stay. I think I locked myself out of the house anyways.
Well, it wasn't easy, but I think I found a place for all of you to stay tonight. If you just come with me.
I had you pocket flashlight.
Good job, Jones.
The Boy Scouts motto, be prepared, was not wasted on me, Harkness.
Now, don't worry about the lights. I'm sure they'll come on soon enough. And in the meantime, we've got matches and candles upstairs.
Elmira, you got yourself a house full of lunatics here.
Melvin, when you're right, you're right. Which isn't very often now that I think about it.
Oh, come on now, Buttercup. You know you's crazy about me. Don't go pretending you ain't.
Now what? Melvin, you get that. I'm going to put on a pot of tea.
Well, howdy there. What are you three boys doing out a late night like this?
We're here to see Mr. Sunnyside. Is he around?
So my mates will be calling, ain't it?
We didn't plan on stopping in tonight.
We just wanted to be sure we could find the place.
So we drove out tonight, but then the storm flooded over the bridge.
So now we can't get back.
We're stranded here.
Well, what business do y'all have with Mr. Sunnyside?
We have some great material to show him.
We think if he sees our stuff, we want to make a comeback. You know, come out of retirement.
See, we're county-members. Joe, Tom, and Luke Tweedy.
Well, you three boys have a seat. I'll see if I can find his agent, Maxine.
The agent. Great. There's going to be some big changes in our lives, fellas. I can just feel it.
Okay, girls, let's go over the song once more. I want to be sure it's perfect.
Hey, fellas, check out the babes. What do you know? What do you know? There's 3 of them.
Hey, there's 3 of us, too.
Very good. Einstein, why don't we go over there and introduce ourselves? I'm for that.
I don't know, guys. You remember what happened when we were dating the Pinkerton triplets?
Luke, that can never happen again in a million years. Besides, I can tell these girls apart. Hello, ladies. We are the Tweedy brothers. We're joke writers.
We're the Sylvester sisters. We sing.
What a coincidence. We're also songwriters.
Maybe we can collaborate on something.
I'm sorry, Mr. Treaty, but I'm still under 21.
I've got a few ideas.
I bet you have, handsome.
Can we go somewhere and talk?
Let's go to the
do women walk in these days?
Mr. Sunnyside, kid.
I told you to call me Sammy. You've been my lawyer for 5 years, Dagwood, ever since the old man turned the business down to you. Good old Dagwood Hermsmith. You know, he was one of the only honest lawyers I have ever met in my life. And you are just like him.
Well, I'm glad you think so, sir. I mean, Sammy. But I have to tell you, in my honest opinion, I really don't think this is going to work.
Don't be silly, boy. It's already working. Nobody's wise enough to see who we really are. And finding about the surprise party was a stroke of luck. Dressed as a couple of old ladies will easily find out what each of my relatives really think about it. I'll know that their devotion is out of love or out of greed. Now put your stuff back on before somebody comes in.
Well, when we planned this, we didn't expect for your nephews and nieces to consult the police. Those investigators are just right through us.
Those two nincompoops from the Blood and Town police couldn't find a wheat field in the middle of Kansas. But Jones and Harkness, that's a different matter.
Who?
Who? Why, Mortimer Jones is a world-renowned consulting detective, and his companion, Henrietta Harkness, holds a bunch of fancy-pants degrees from the university. I saw their picture in the newspaper yesterday. Yes, Dagwood, mind your distance. They will be hard to fool.
Come along, Mary dear. Excuse us.
You know what? I think the tall one likes me.
Keep your mind on business.
You're right. I'm sorry. You look tired. You should get some rest.
How can I chronicle your every move if I'm asleep? Besides, I'm not even tired.
Someone's coming. Harkness, it's not my policy to practice deceit, but I think in this case it might help provide some revealing light on the mystery if we were able to make a few covert observations.
What?
Over there.
Are you sure this is the Sunnyside Mansion? Of course, I'm sure. Just a harness came here an hour ago, and no one has come out since. You certainly got a great lengths to get your story, Justine. Now it's breaking and entering. I didn't break anything, Frida. The door was open. Someone's coming. Hey!
Rebecca, you must know how I feel about you. I know this is a difficult time, but perhaps the prospect of becoming my wife could ease your worry a bit. Let's announce our engagement tomorrow to the others.
Jack, I know you mean well, but I simply cannot think about anything but Uncle Sammy. Besides, I hardly think we know each other well enough to be engaged.
Well, it isn't because I haven't tried. You spend so much time with your uncle and seedy lawyer.
Dad is not seedy. He is a wonderful and devoted man. He's kind, intelligent, and charming.
I hope we're not interrupting, but I couldn't sleep a wink. My lumbago, you know. We heard about your uncle. We're so sorry. We assumed that's who you were describing when we walked in on you.
Well, my uncle is a dear, sweet man. But I was actually talking about his attorney, Dagwood Hermsmeyer.
You were?
I mean, you were? Sounds like you're sweet on him, dearie.
Actually, I don't even think he knows I'm alive. He's so busy with his law practice and important clients.
Oh, he knows all right. Well, what I'm saying is, a man would have to be half dead not to notice a knockout like you. I'm sure if I were a man, I would notice you. Maybe he's too shy.
Well, he's not here and I am. Rebecca, will you at least consider my proposal?
Now, don't do anything too hasty, dear. This is a big decision, and you must consider carefully. You need to give that handsome, young attorney a little bit more time. Let's get back to your uncle, dearie. Now, do you think he's left you his joke check?
What?
Now, don't be surprised. Everybody knows about his joke check.
I couldn't care less. Besides, I feel sure my uncle will return. He probably just went off on a little trip. I mean, he's being held for ransom, they would have called by now. And if he'd been hurt, the authorities would have told us. No, I'm sure he's okay. If you'd excuse me, I think I'll go to my room.
I'll walk you up.
I'd better chaperone you. It'll be a scandal on top of everything else.
Oh, please. Not another one. Who are you? One of Uncle's playmates?
I beg your pardon.
Since Uncle Sammy disappeared, the scavengers have been coming out of the woodwork. Well, you can forget about that joke chest. It's got to go to a family member. Uncle Sammy has some silly, sentimental notion about keeping the chest in the family.
Silly and sentimental, I've heard there are 3 of you left. You, your brother, and your cousin Rebecca. Now who do you think you'll leave it to?
My brother and I have already agreed to sell the chest and split the profits if either of us inherit it. And, well, if Uncle is foolish enough to leave it to dear little Rebecca, let's just say we've a plan for that as well. So you and that Lila creature and Maxine, you all might as well just pack your bags and get out. Because you don't stand a chance at getting that joke chest. By the way, I'll deny this if you repeat it to anyone. Who even are you, anyway?
No one of consequence, just a harmless old traveler. Besides, I don't really think there is a joke chest. I think it's all one big publicity scam. After all, no one has seen the chest in years. At least that's what I've heard.
It exists, all right, and I will find it. Even if I have to tear this old junk apart timber by timber. In fact, I think I'll start looking in the attic.
Oh, I'll come with you. I just love these old houses. Ooh, I just love the piano.
I knew following yours was a good idea. This is going to make a great story for morning edition. Sammy, Sunnyside missing. Earth fight over $1 million job test.
What a scoop. We'll be famous.
Come on, we got to find a home.
It's amazing, Jones. This reminds me of an episode of Gilligan's Island, where the Howells decide to rewrite their will and leave something to all the other castaways. Every one of them, well, except Gilligan, of course, becomes greedy.
Not now, Harkness. There are more important matters at hand. We must keep close tabs on Miss Rebecca Sunnyside. I've solved the mystery of her uncle's disappearance.
You have?
Piece of cake, Harkness, piece of cake. But Miss Sunnyside faces danger from many fronts. One cannot be too careful in a situation like this. Diligence is what's needed here. Diligence and fortitude. And tea. Tea is definitely needed here. To the kitchen, Harkness, and do not